All right. All right. Championship weekend. It's here. The AFC Championship and the NFC Championship will start in the order that they are played, as we always do. Patriots going to Denver, 3 o'clock kick Eastern, so 1 o'clock in Denver, which is kind of brutal. But I mean, the next one's at like 3 o'clock in Seattle too, so whatever. Anyway, New England -5.5, over under 42.5. The stat is the Broncos have never lost an AFC Championship at home, and the Patriots have never beat the Broncos in the playoffs. Does that sound right?
That is correct. In
Uh,
fact, the 2 times that they have played for the AFC title game, it's been against New England, in the last 20 years, and they beat us both times. So, yes, that is the case.
so
We have beaten the Broncos at home before, but never on the road. We beat them at home in, like, 2012 or 13, beat the hell out of them too.
yeah, so now you get to play against your old quarterback, Jarrett Stidham, when you look like, I mean, coming off last week, the spread is in your favor. I mean, Caleb, 1 to 10, how confident are you right now?
4. I think that
Oh.
spread's rat poison, honestly. It's just a mystique about the game, man. I just what we have never even Brady himself couldn't go to Denver and win games whenever he needed to back in the day. And some of those teams, like one of those teams that went to Denver to die, I thought was about one of the best teams we had since '07. So yeah, I'm a skeptic optimist about all these NFL games. That's why I'm sitting pretty at 4, not at 5, not at 6, and we're not going to talk about the next number. I really think that line's rat poison, y'all. There's no way this game's a 5.5 point spread. I just don't get it, especially when you see the pass protection issues that the New England Patriots have had over the last couple weeks. That's the point that really sticks out to me because I'm just assuming. I already told my buddy Art, who's going to the game, that I think Nick Bonitto is going to have a strip sack on us at some point on Sunday, and that sucks to say out loud. But I mean, how could you disagree?
Does anything about the Broncos offense scare you?
No, I just think that Denver finds a way to win games all year long. Like you go back and look, and we talked about during the regular season, they won 71 possession games and always find a way to grit it out in the fourth quarter to be in position to win. I think obviously New England's got to stuff the run game and then make Jared Stidham beat him. And if he beats us, then good for him. He needs to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's how any common sense coach, I think, would treat a backup quarterback in this situation. But look, Denver's got playmakers. I mean, we got to cover them down and make them, be sound in their fundamentals, try and make them turn the ball over if they can, because Denver's good for that now. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish Bo was playing because Bo would screw this game up quicker than I think they'll let Jared Stidham do it. I don't think they let Stidham just hang loose in this game. So look, we got to play much better on offense. So I don't think there's any doubt about it. Like Drake May still makes his excellent throws when he needs to in certain points, but Denver's defense is really, really good. I don't think we can live with the same mistakes. I know Houston's is probably a better unit just by a hair or two. Denver's definitely better than the Chargers. I'm just saying that another top 5 defense. This would be the first time a quarterback's beaten 3 top 5 defenses on the road to a Super Bowl ever. A little nervous.
Yeah. I mean, I think there is validity to being a little nervous about this one because I'll say this. I think the Patriots will win this game. I do. I would be genuinely shocked if Jared Stidham ends your season. It would be awesome. I mean, again, no hate. It's all about the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, not Caleb. Would be hilarious if Jared Stidham ended the Patriots season. But I will say this. If the offense does not improve from what we've seen over the last 2 games, I think there's 100% a chance that Denver's defense will be able to make enough plays and put Stidham in an opportunity to win this game. I really do. I really do. If Drake May has listen, say what you will about Drake May during the regular season, he was excellent. He has not been great really this postseason. He has like 2 quarters where you're like, okay, that's the Drake May that I remember from the regular season. The other 6, I don't know. I don't know. He's fumbling the ball. He's turning the ball over. The offense in general is just not looking great. Really, outside of Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs looked good. Kayshon Boutte has that awesome catch. But really, just as a whole, the offense has not looked great in the wild card or the divisional. So I think there is some merit to being nervous. You talk about if Nick Bonitto is able to get a strip sack in this game. If that happens, you need to be nervous. There's definitely a chance to be nervous. And listen, I'll say this: Jared Stidham, yes, he is a backup quarterback, and I'm not trying to say that he's going to be Jesus reincarnate, but he's not terrible. He's
No.
not a terrible quarterback. I saw a highlight the other day of him throwing for over 300 yards and like 4 touchdowns against the best defense in football in 2023. He can do it. It's in there. We were
With
talking
Josh
about
McDaniels as his coach.
with Josh McDaniels as coach. And we were talking the other day about Jawan Jennings like being like a really good dual threat quarterback coming out of high school. Well, it's interesting because you know who else was in that class? Who else was in that class was Jared Stidham. He was number 1 ranked dual threat quarterback in that class, ranked above Joe Burrow and ranked above Sam Darnold. So just put that out there. Stidham can make plays. He hasn't attempted a pass this entire season in the regular season. That's going to be a disadvantage for him. But if Pat Surtain, if Nick Benito, if the list goes on, if they can make a couple plays to really shift field position, shift the momentum, maybe a defensive touchdown, it could happen. It could happen. I think the Broncos cover. I think they cover 5.5.
I think they do too. Scary enough. I can't believe I said that on camera, but I do. I think so too. I listen, and tell you what else is spooking me about this thing. I don't know if you guys saw this day, but apparently Dr. Oz went to the Los Angeles Rams facility at the beginning of the season and did like a projection. Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's not wrong.
It was but it was Devontae Adams' prediction. It wasn't like
Yeah, but they saw it through.
He
I'm
was
just saying,
reading
listen.
Devontae Adams' mind that Devontae Adams said it was going to be the Rams and Broncos in the Super Bowl. He wasn't making that projection himself. So he's just reading
well, I feel a
minds.
little better.
Devontae Adams, I'm sure he's been wrong before. The guy did want to go to Las Vegas at one point. But
For the bag.
yeah, but I don't think there's a way the Patriots lose this game. I think what Jake said is right. Like it'd be shocking to me if the Broncos went out and won this. And also, just at this point, it's like, dude, come on. We do not need to see Jared Stidham and the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Like that, we might as well just throw out Drake May, the guy who everybody's been talking about, second MVP all year. The Mike Vrabel story, like that's all cool. Like Sean Payton, let him, go home, smoke a bowl, recollect his thoughts, get everything ready to go for next season. And Art Toledo, he is angry in the comments. So I'm sure if the Broncos win this game, we're gonna hear it.
You're gonna hear it. You should see what I'm gonna deal with.
Yeah,
He's gonna give me a new. I was in his room today, and he told me I had to stand outside to conduct my meeting. He didn't want me in his room. Like, that's where we're at.
I'll also say this: it's the amount of games he's gone to this year is like incredible.
Yeah, dude,
His parents have season tickets.
Okay, well, all right, check
the Broncos, the tickets to get in is like $450.
Yeah, and he said Sunday right after the game was over that he's gonna be boots on the ground. So I told him I'd wear orange if he'd take me. He said, for your safety, you need to stay home. So,
all right, well, let's move over to the NFC Championship game. The Rams are playing the Seahawks in Seattle. Seattle is -2.5, over under at 46.5. The tickets to this game, $653 to get into the game. Look,
that's for a nosebleed too. That's crazy.
So these two teams obviously are division opponents. They played twice this season. The Week 16 game, which was absolute cinema on Thursday Night Football, the Seahawks had that awesome comeback. They won that. Other than that, the Rams did beat them earlier in the season, 21-19. This is the Rams having to go on the road for the third straight game in the playoffs is, one of the hardest things to do, and they've survived like some crazy games the first two times, right? And I don't think this game will be any different. I think this game will be just as close as the first two these teams have played. I just venture on the side of the quarterback who is playing better. And the Rams offense, to the continuity that they've gotten, yes, they played in a cold weather game in Chicago and it slowed down a little bit, but they did what they needed to do. They made the plays. The receiver tandem of Devontae Adams and Puka has just been deadly all year. It's been deadly in these playoffs. They've made the plays they needed to make. Matt Stafford has been here before. I think they have a bad taste in their mouth from the way that last game in Seattle ended. And the thing about what I'm trying to say is Seattle in that game last week, they could have played with one. Everybody could have played with one hand behind their back, and they probably would have won that game. They like I said, they had a kickoff return in the first play of the game, and San Francisco didn't even score 7 points the whole game. So they won the game when the game first started. So Seattle and Sam Darnold, the oblique injury, like I don't know how fast you can heal from that, but I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit worrisome for him. And unlike the 49ers, the Rams are a lot more healthier team. With better playmakers like Jared Verse on the edge. I venture on the side that, this is a 2.5 point spread as a home team in the NFC Championship, which basically means, hey, this is a pick 'em. And I am just going to ride with the Rams because, one, I trust the quarterback more. I trust the coach more, who's been there. And three, like I just would rather see the Rams than the Seahawks. And we just talked about Jared Stidham going to Super Bowl over Drake May. Do we really want to see Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl over Matthew Stafford? I don't know what Caleb thinks. This is nothing And Georgia Bulldog or not, Matthew Stafford's a great quarterback, and it would be awesome to see him go back. So I'm going to be rolling with the Rams here. I think it'll be a close game. Obviously, the first two were. I'm excited for this one. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, I'm also going to be on the Rams. For a lot of the same reasons you said. I mean, I just trust Matthew Stafford a lot. I mean, I think he's the MVP. You know, that's already been settled. He is the MVP. Drake May gave it a good run. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But I'll say this: if you want to, get out, you're muted.
Where is this coming from? Why are we all of a sudden saying this guy's not the MVP? Scott, what, did I miss something?
You
No.
missed a lot of touchdown passes. Listen, if you want to put on your tinfoil hat and say, NFL's rigged, NFL's scripted, it just makes sense for a Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. The ratings would be insane for that game. I mean, put that hat on and understand it. I think we might be set up for a Sam Darnold disaster class. I hope not. But I've just been waiting on it all playoffs. Like late in the season, we almost got it, and then the Niners only scored 3 points. So it wasn't a disaster class. Last week, he didn't have to do anything to win that game. I think it's coming. Because that oblique, I mean, like Garrison said, the oblique injury is not an easy one really to get over in the span of a week and a half is how long it's going to be, from the injury. And like he said, last week, he didn't have to do anything. He could have, they could have ran the ball every single play last week. They would have won. He was not a single high-pressured pass attempt in that game. I expect a back-breaking Sam Darnold interception. I'll say this. Listen, I understand that Zach Charbonnet is not their number one back. I get that. Kenneth Walker is definitely better, but that's another loss on their offense. Charbonnet has been a great producer all season. He's gone. He tore his ACL. Give me the LA Rams. They're going to the Soupy to play the Patriots.
Yeah, Celtics, Lakers, type stuff.
I really appreciate you guys validating not only my team, but then my Super Bowl pick at the beginning of the year, too. This is just, I mean, I don't want shout-outs to me, but shout-outs to me. I'm just saying this is a hell of a week on the pod for your boy. I'm sticking with the Rams, too. This is kind of why I'm a little nervous. When we all, Mega Maxwell lock of the year, it's early in 2026, but this could be the one because we all picked it.
Hey, we all picked Indiana. We all picked Indiana in that championship.
Did. I had a message from the Lord himself tell me the night before, don't pick them. Don't pick Miami. I was in Miami for weeks. So maybe it's destiny. Maybe the Rams are the right pick here. I just think that there's one team that Mike McDaniel has not figured out, or Mike McDonald. Sorry, we got a lot of Mikes in the NFL, man. Mike Max, they're everywhere. Mike McDonald has not figured out how to defend the Los Angeles Rams and Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford yet. Just about everybody else in the NFL, he's had their ass. Go look at Kyle Shanahan, what he's done to him the last 2 times. He has dismantled everything that we all said about Kyle Shanahan because, I mean, he's revered as a top 5 play caller, offensive mind in the league, and he scored, I think, a combined 9 points in the last 2 games against McDonald's defense. The Rams have scored 50 on them this year in 2 games. So, stark contrast. I just think that them going away to Seattle is pretty damn close to a home game considering they flew to Carolina and Chicago back-to-back weeks, had to play in negative degree weather last week. This is going to be a breeze. I think the Rams win it by a touchdown, if not more. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be just because of Sam Darnold. I just think that the Rams are just a better team with more experience and have been here before.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Rams, Patriots. We want a Rams-Patriots Super Bowl. That's what everybody's projecting here.
Yeah.
And remember last time the Rams and Patriots played in the Super Bowl?
Worst Super Bowl ever. The most boring Super Bowl I think I've ever watched.
Yeah.
It was not more. It was definitely more exciting than the Denver Broncos blowout in the Super Bowl.
With the Seahawks?
He snapped it over his head first play for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But the whole game, basically just came down to one completion from Brady to Gronk. Oh, there he goes. Is it 7-3 final score?
You were at that game, right?
The second and third quarters of that game. Did not watch.
You went to the Super Bowl?
I was there working it technically, but yeah, your boy watched. Your boy was in the game. That was
I did not know that.
It was sick. I've got some cool videos. It's the only time I've seen Brady play in person twice. That was the first time I'd seen him in person was at the Super Bowl.
So you just say you're gonna work and then just like, no, I'm not working. And it's like,
you get a little 30-minute break here and there. It turns into an hour.